especially as the op, which is kind of crazy. So for me, Brokey, you know, when he is on, especially in a particular tournament, it's almost like FaZe are destined to win it. So I want to see that Brokey come into play here. And he's looking at it yesterday. He looked pretty good.
Yeah, well, we're going to look no further as the game is ready to start. FaZe Eternal Fire starts on Dust2, and it does it with Launders and Scrawny.
Yes, thank you so much, gentlemen. It's Corn Dog and the Laundryman to bring you guys through FaZe versus Eternal Fire. Ooh, it's not too often we always get such a fresh rematch, but I think this has the makings of a hell of a game, Mohan. What a treat it'll be to bring it to you guys today. And it all starts, as the boys said, on Dust2, but even more so here towards Long. MIBR gonna fall back instantly. Let's see what the FaZe Clan have up their sleeve for an all-in A pistol.
Whoa.
Knife out in smoke.
Whoa, he didn't get hit either. And
Knife out in smoke.
wow, he is so far ahead.
What? Walks out. Okay, I like the idea. Looks like the execution doesn't end up the way he would have loved it, but we do still get this kind of distraction set up for the player towards Gandalf. We've got CTs coming out from spawn. We've got a little gap in that smoke. Still no bomb plant, and the ruse,
no plant.
Yeah, it's been found. Oh boy, MIBR goes sprinting up middle, not anticipating Kerrigan, who could challenge Catwalk and deal with the Gandalf guy. It's a weird pistol, let's say that. The fight's still queued up. Wicadia gets the one as they try to press down into the ramp. Now Rain's in a pickle. Ooh, but he'll turn it back, looking for the last. Gratata. Little
Shot to your
burst.
body.
Straight to the head to end the first pistol. Let's get it, shall we?
Oh man, that's nice. That's our unk right there, Rain. He knew exactly how to handle that situation. 180 from Gandalf to the ramp. Backslide off the rail. 3 shots in the head.
God damn. I feel like Rain gets one Glock burst kill as often as he gets one op frag. Usually about once a year.
Yeah, yeah. Like, who switches to burst? You know, JW used to actually switch to burst a lot, and he was really good with it. And his technique was you aim at the foot, and it actually rides up all the way to the head. And it worked. He'd get so many bullets in.
Ride that dragon, man.
But it also has been 10 years. Nobody has it like JW. So this matchup is an immediate rematch, but to me it feels like Rain's quote when they beat Na'Vi after the major. They said we could beat them 10 times more, it wouldn't make up for losing the major. And Eternal Fire are the team who just kept them out of Cato playoffs. That was a sting because it was FaZe's debut, obviously after the bounty, but keeping them out of the the LAN crowd.
It was also the very first time that the Eternal Fire team had beaten FaZe, despite their previous matchups. You know, that best of 3 was a first for many. And like you said, worth a lot in terms of the start of 2025. But can they do it back-to-back so recently? That's going to be the big question this evening. Obviously, Eternal Fire on such a great start to the year in general.
I'll say this right now.
Go ahead.
We look at the veto, and you already see that FaZe have learned. Because there are 2 problem maps, in my opinion, are Nuke and Inferno. They started by picking Inferno when the team came together with Elige. That was just, they were just not good at the map. And then Nuke is the one where they have beat G2, but they go like win-loss on it, and I'd say their Nuke is a little bit overrated right now. We saw them play against Eternal Fire on the map, and like Elige really struggled to get comfortable. He definitely had a few rounds where he overextended, maybe even cost him the map. And FaZe, they could only ban one of those 2 in the end, so they still have to play Nuke as a decider, I believe. That's better, though, than Inferno. So I think this veto is a little bit better than last time.
Time will tell, my friend. Only time will tell.
And also, Xantares had 5,000 damage the last time they played
My
Nuke.
God. There was a lot of rounds in that play, to be honest. It was literally 2 games of CS2.
49 kills.
13-10 was the score. Just in overtime. 23 rounds of overtime. Had to separate these guys on Nuke. What obviously was the big one was the Anubis kickoff, right? That's where that series was so lopsided. But Eternal Fire's Anubis has been, well, it's been something to watch. That's for damn sure. FaZe convert from this pistol, and everybody, for the most part, survives. So now we've got the double scout still move forth into round 3. Going for the cap boost, but no damage from it. There's a lot of scouts on the field. This is a round with Launder's name written all over it.
Ooh, yeah. wonder I got so excited out of nowhere. 2 scouts on the CT side. That's like the right amount. The 8-play setup, I mean, look at FaZe. They are ready to run into this.
MP9's in the right position. Madger's teammate just left. You've got
Perfect
3 more players
flash.
back on site. Oh, he crouches underneath that stream of bullets. Puts jottAAA in a good position to maybe knock over the low health player, but Rain is going to find him, and there comes Kerrigan off the catwalk. Xanterez hanging on. Double deagle frag to the guys on long is one thing, but they will sweep away those weapons saved by Eternal Fire, at least making a little bit for it. Still, great start for FaZe Clan early on Dust2.
It's rounds like that that make you believe if a team plays well enough, they can't get anti-eco'd. They can't lose an eco round, because there you have the long setup, but it's all rest on the thought that FaZe don't flash to the inside the doorway. They wait until they flash to get out of long entirely. So it calls out one of the most important parts of that setup in Madger sitting there with an MP9. Because if he stays alive, he could just end the round by getting 1 kill and staying alive too long.
Fast fight towards long A in the first gun round of the map, and Kerrigan's already on the corner of long.
Raid's also done a fantastic job, in my opinion, playing upper tunnels lately, putting lots of pressure on the B site. It really reminds me of him trying to, when he plays Cave on Ancient.
Kerrigan ahead of it again. Ooh, but Wicadia, he will find that opening kill in middle. Down goes Rain, now just a one-sided attack into the A site. Weapons looking good for Eternal Fire. A little surprise element added by Kerrigan, but Woxix in with the op shot. And unfortunately for FaZe Clan, they just tiptoed their way into a hell of a stack site.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think Eternal Fire have been doing as we've seen them succeed so far in 2025, is their reads have been excellent. Madger's calling's been great. Rotations with certainty. You know, that's a nice look of any Counter-Strike team when they're hitting new heights, when you see rotations with certainty. Ooh, I love it. And I think Eternal Fire are a great highlight reel of those kinds of moments right now.
Definitely. It's how you play Tier 1. I mean, there has to be a good combination of fundamental gameplay and all that, but you also have to have reads that everyone trusts you on, and they do trust Madger. That's a solid round. Definitely want to see less of those if I'm FaZe. The full long hits are just so messy, you know? You're a slave to the flash timings from the other side, who's playing anti, who's not. If a team is up material, let's say Eternal Fire have 5, they have 4, they can always send one through the smoke without a flash and kill the guy playing anti. There's just so many ways in which you can die. 1,000 ways to die on that attack.
Gearing up for B early. Defense is jottAAA close, Wicadia in the backdrop, and Kerrigan again trying to be cheeky, walking around on his own.
Coming in light this round.
Yeah, that Tech 9 and that Desert Eagle, and luckily for them, still a ton of grenades and a little bit of mid to play around with. Xanterez versus Elige, sign me up for that. Mid to B utility thrown out. Gonna clear out the doors at the very least. Send Kerrigan again forward on this expedition, but it is this movement from Xanterez falling back. You know, usually you'd catch somebody in CT spawn, but I like this setup. You still got the 2 dedicated inside of sight, and we'll see if they fall for it. No way you lose that duel. Kerrigan's Desert Eagle best Xanterez. Bat player dies, and oh boy.
That's a mess from Xanterez. That's you don't often, if ever, see him mess up a spray entirely, and he just did. So not the cleanest moment for Xanterez. Also, he likes to play there a lot, so I'm not surprised that Kerrigan didn't get tricked. That doesn't mean he can't. They did a good job of trying to bait for him first, but yeah, you never see Xanterez let a spray go like that.
I didn't like it.
No,
I didn't like that.
No,
that wasn't.
We want to see Xanterez 5,000 damage.
The Xanterez 5,000.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a great name?
It is. He's the Turkish Terminator. Model
5,000.
Xanterez 5,000. For his historic.
Getting an ace used to be impressive. Now you've got to get 5,000.
That is the precedent he set in that nuke game.
5K just got a new meaning.
Missed out on 50 kills, though.
49 kills. Whatever. I mean, if he got 50 kills, I wouldn't be saying 5,000 damage.
True. Yep.
I'd be saying 50 kills.
Yep. And the Xanterra's 50k doesn't sound as cool.
Yeah.
Brokey at bat.
Oh, they missed
Blind
it.
on long.
Ooh, they missed it bad. Oh, they're still. Ooh. He blocked it with his head.
No
He
way.
blocked it. Bald Key, Bald Key blocked the molly with his head.
And then it just pops above him.
The crystal dome.
Dude, this man is flame retardant.
Excuse me?
I said it very safely. You heard me. And Wicadia into the mid-fight. We've already got a Liege poking and prodding. Taking a bit of a peek down through that CT spawn. Kerrigan, ooh, we've got a miss from Woxic. That's a big chance for Kerrigan to go further, and he's gonna jump right down in an attempt for the double entry. Now Brokey's on this line. He looks away, but that's fine. Elige is here. We've got these rifles flooding out onto the A bomb site. A single chance left for Eternal Fire as Wicadia emerges out from spawn with stealth in his back pocket. Him and Madger approach this A site, but the ramp play, it's not going to catch them off, not at all. Elige goes deep, sprays down through Madger, and it is Jota alone up in tunnels. So a nice move here from FaZe to get right back to winning ways and to bottom out the bank accounts of Eternal Fire.
Yeah, big time. And I run away from this. They would have loved to save a couple more here. That's why I love the way that Spirit play long. And sometimes you'll see Magic's in the pit, totally. But oftentimes it's Shiro playing between car and long and going back and forth, and then not worrying about the long door by having a rifler there. Instead, having the extra rifler playing Goose, plus the rifler and game helper, and just being very active towards the site. Because when you're setting up for the retake, it's kind of hard for your pit player to get involved in the A site when there's guys crawling up from CT and everything like that. It actually makes quite a big difference. They're already on Goose. They're already on the site ramp.
Watch this.
That's actually new tech.
I've never seen that trick, man.
I've never seen a body block have that much impact. They're like, oh, we missed another molly.
I've never seen that.
No, never.
That was like earlier today. Fuzi got a double collateral through the legs and then threw a frag grenade, and the frag grenade finished both players. So a two-person collateral leg tag into a double nade. Never seen that.
Amazing.
It is 2025. We've been playing this game for 2 damn decades,
You always see something new.
and we're still basking in new stuff. God. Counter-Strike forever, am I right?
It's the power of a sandbox.
Now, if anything, I hope Valve add a sound effect. The same way that there's a sound effect when you get the jump throw perfect.
Scout shot.
Give me a sound effect when grenades bounce off your face.
And get Brokey to record it.
All right, sold.
Ugh.
Brokey versus Wicadia. We already talked about
his
League
sound
against
effect would
Xanterra's.
Don't hit my face.
Not my arm, bro. Oh, it's a scout, though. If only Wicadia was better armed. Ooh. Little tag damage for Elige to deal with as well. This is good posturing coming out of Eternal Fire. Little X factor here in round 7. Brokey's got the cover. Elige is bailing out of trouble. And as they go running out for the tunnel entry, there's an important moment here for Rain. He will win the first duel, goes for more space. Frozen back at middle, though. Just when everybody else had left, Frozen steps forth. Wicadia has been trying to do such a good job at getting all this damage in, but now he's stuck inside this smoke. FaZe Clan with the bomb plant, P2000 towards Elige. Not going to happen, bucko. That's the 6-1 FaZe Clan start.
I mean, the scouts did their part of the job, that's for sure. Lots of tags in through the doors. And but the reorganization for FaZe is just perfect. And there's like there's 1 or 2 kills missing here in each of these rounds for Eternal Fire on the holds. The B player a couple of times. They still need to get warmed up, it looks like. They're like Eternal Ember right now.
What's your favorite thing to pour on fire?
Marshmallows.
Okay, that's fair. Just s'mores man, huh?
I do love s'mores.
I guess you're from the city. You didn't really get to play with fire growing up. Not like us country folk.
I've camped in every province in Canada.
Yeah. But, you know, as an adult, you're probably more responsible, so you haven't thrown, like, aerosol cans in fires, have you? You ever throw a can of hairspray in a fire?
I'm not that retardant.
Okay, that's true. Play it safe. Play it safe.
I didn't have to wear a helmet to school.
Everybody in my town loses their eyebrows at least once. Shout out Wesley Mallinson. Here comes Kerrigan and Rain with the mid walkout. Ooh, Joda on the smoke. Not going to fall for your games. Kerrigan's been trying to get real tricky so far this map. Good thing he's got Rain right with him, so mid still for the taking here to FaZe's favor. Window hold from Wicadia. Tries to jump back into sight, thinking he had a chance to throw that out, man, but Elige is already through the smoke.
Find a way to bank it, you know?
Right. There are quite literally walls all around that bomb site.
Yeah.
Wicadia takes one step too far, one step that he was not allowed. And that is the bomb down. 3 players from spawn on the retake attempt. Frozen catching him off guard up close. Elige offers up a bunch of HP. This is a retakeable round. But then that util comes out, and there's more where the first ones come from. Still a little time here, just enough time, in fact. And CT's looking adamant about trying to make it happen. Brokey's position revealed with the op shot. MIBR from the sky tries to keep that pressure up, but it's 2 frags from the opper in the post plant. That Tech9 thrives. 7-1. FaZe Clan.
You gotta love that from Brokey. I mean, you can see he even knows MIBR's gonna jump on top of the box. The amount of time left on that bomb, leave it to him to play. And that's why you play spots like that. You know, I remember Days talking about this. He's like, you could try to, you get a 1v1 and you have the whole site open. You can play it from wherever you want. Sometimes you plant the bomb, you go big box. Even if they know you're there, you have the most options from that spot. You still have an advantage versus window. You can peek to the door very easily with full cover. So there are certain core spots in every site that just offer you up so much value that even if people know you're there, they're still the best spots to play. I think that's a great example of that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when people play jail on Mirage B site, and I'm like, don't play there, man. Like, you're going to get cleared and die, or you're going to be like ultimate and don't shoot. But just go bench. You know? Just go bench, get your 1 kill, get your 2 kills.
Yeah, but, you know, a little bit of main character syndrome. I can pull this off.
Yeah, but it's like a gimmick mindset, you know?
Sure. Ooh, fast one there from Frozen.
Wow. That's quite a clear.
That dinky little SMG is not going to do much for MIBR, and we've got a second death in the back of the B site. Good pick off from Brokey. Not working alone over towards tunnels. Bomb's actually right behind him. So this long control, I mean, it's kind of Frozen selling something, and now finding those 2 CTs, I think that's going to increase the tempo that FaZe take this to the B site. Odds are there's one more in here. Joda is your anchor after all. And he's got that MP9 up top. Rain cautious on the approach, perfectly coming into this B-bomb site, and they're going to take it over. Nothing Eternal Fire can do about that. Oh, and a nice kill from Elige. Brother, his taps so far at PGL Cluj-Napoca have been
sensational.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
He was FlyQuest map 1. It was like a 2.4 rating, close to that. Map 2, we don't talk about that. This is a pretty incredible map for FaZe so far, for sure.
Versus Saw, you mean, Launders? To keep you honest. You're thinking about Falcons, who play later today. Call! And their opening game against. It was funny, we got back to the hotel last night here in Romania, and as we were stepping into the front door, there is a horde of about 30 children coming out of the elevators to leave the building.
Were they Mongolian?
No, they all had Falcons jerseys on. And by Falcons jerseys, I mean they look like a soccer team that also happened to be called Falcons.
Oh, the Romanian Falcons.
Yeah, you know. So I don't know what their salaries look like, but there was 30 of them after all.
They just all had chains.
Yeah. I was like, Falcons fans.
Iced out.
8-1 FaZe Clan. You said at the start of this series that it looked like FaZe had learned, and it feels like they have come into this, again, recent head-to-head with a great plan to dominate on Dust2. You know, something new in this equation. It is, in fact, you know, of all the best of threes we've seen between FaZe and Eternal Fire, there was 4 of them, or excuse me, 3 best of threes in 2024, 1 in 2025. We've never seen Dust2. Not once.
The spots I like the least for FaZe are like the maps they kind of push to the back of the veto. So yeah, Nuke, Ancient, which we won't see, and Inferno, I think, are the 3 maps. And I don't think they should never play them again. I just think that those still just need more time, more experimentation. Yeah, FaZe are becoming Dust2 merchants, man. They're just so good at this map.
Arcadia not falling for that one. There's been a lot of walking out from smoke walkouts, and that one caught out. But that's fine. There's a volley of util behind this. You've got the B defense kerneled up. You've got a threat from Rain, somewhat, right? He's got to be careful coming out from tunnels with that 34 HP. Good spam damage on Frozen, as those players on the other side of CT spawn try to do their damnedest to help out this defense. It's got to stand the test. We've seen it falter. This cannot be another one of those moments. Round 10 critical here. Eternal Fire fighting for anything in the half.
So good,
and Rain comes out cautiously late. MIBR, though, will still pick off Brokey out towards middle, so it is man advantage and a massive health advantage to boot. You'd think Eternal Fire have this retake every day of the week.
There's still a smoke and a molly from Rain. So really, timing's here everything for Eternal Fire. And that's just going to slow them down quite a lot. HP becomes less of a factor.
Xanterez currently with the kit. Maybe there's another inside the bomb site, but maybe it won't matter. If they can just sweep away these 2 players down right beneath this window. Molotov's going platform, won't disrupt FaZe's post plant. This is sneaky from Frozen, but he's been found out, but time is critical, and he plays that clock to perfection.
Wow, incredible.
FaZe Clan hang on to that post plant with something like 30 health combined. A 2v3 comes through, and this near flawless T side keeps rolling.
Yeah, if you want to know what it takes to be a tier 1, you watch a round like this. You know, the fact that you can get the nade blown up behind, the smoke blown up behind you in mid B, Frozen can still set up his molly so that his teammate can come through the door and have 1 trade guaranteed, the other one guaranteed through the tunnels. That's because of Frozen's molly. Then their positioning is so atypical. They're both playing on the other side of default. One of them's not going to get spotted because you assume someone's ducking car, someone's K-sharp, or someone's big box.
Yep.
They did that on low HP, and then Frozen's reposition. It's beautiful.
It's the perfect round when you're playing versus, you know, variables like low health.
Oh, what a
You gotta do
trade.
something a little different. And
How
would
do
you
you get that
expect
trade?
anything less from Elige, Launders? His time to kill right now is just so impressive. Oh, he comes back and gets a second one. Nicely done. Elige trying to deal with this tunnel pressure. Very adamant at the moment is Xanterez, and now he'll have a chance to grab a better weapon in this 3v3 where suddenly cat control has gone the way of FaZe.
I can't believe that Elise trade. That was such a I'm in, I'm out, you know? Get that kill, avoid the chance to get refragged, and then... But Elise... He's wasting no milliseconds.
It's all about MIBR now.
Oh.
Frozen takes a bullet to the face, but still gets the entry. Woxic lucky to be alive right now, but disengages, pinched, however, by Rain. Perfect mid-round moments yet again. It is smooth sailing for FaZe as Brokey is just going to anchor back and guarantee this T-side gives up nothing more than the 1 round it did early on.
Like, it's hard to imagine that in the long run, FaZe's T-sides don't get better when you see things like this. The way that Elise can slot himself into positions where CT side, okay, that's where it maybe gets a little weird. How do you replace Rops when he's the best A main player on Anubis, the best ramp player in the world, the best, you know what I mean? Like, there are certain positions that CT side maybe those take more time, but T side, this is what we should expect. I mean, this is incredible.
It's such a cool new tool for Kerrigan to have at hand. And Elise stepping up to the plate on these T-sides. You know, FaZe Clan with a hard entry, dude.
Because you could argue FaZe always had enough clutch, right? They already had Brokey.
Oh, yeah.
They have Frozen. They have enough.
It's what gave us all those FaZe classic matchups.
Yeah.
It's what gave us all the comebacks, all those, you know, nitty-gritty overtime wins. That was FaZe Clan. Well, now they don't need to really bank on it as often because you've got Elige just dominating starts of games.
Yeah.
It is a fun year to be a FaZe Clan fan.
Oh, no smoke for Rain here. He's got to be careful. But they got nothing.
Ooh, they got enough. Ooh, this weird collection of buys in the final round of the half. Looks like maybe Eternal Fire double that round count.
Yeah. Well, this is the clutch of the team. Yeah. It would take a lot. I mean, Brokey would have to come back and check this.
With bomb, 2v5. He's toast.
Of course. Oh, of course he comes back and checks it.
He hit it.
Yeah,
he hit that shot, bro.
He did.
Oh my goodness.
And then Frozen got a kill too. Oh, imagine.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. But won't. Final round for Eternal Fire. It's a little cleanup there, a little sigh of relief. Oh God, at least it's over. You can take to the T side now if you are EF. But
that was a beatdown.
FaZe Clan looking hot-handed here on Dust2.
I'm very happy to see that it was Elige was the gel in between every single attack. Like either getting the first kill or getting an instant refrag on the second, or getting very active.
I think that's the beauty of Elige's depth is like you can put him as the tip of the spear. He's odds are going to get you an entry frag, or if you just need the trade, he's right there.
Yeah.
And to be honest, you know, if we go back to just like complexity, I think that's a team where when he was alive in late rounds, he could also post some of their better clutches as well. Like I don't doubt Elige in a clutch either, because I think he's got that game sense and he computes info really well. You know, he is, man, he is just a great package player.
He is definitely. He's like. Yeah, I would view him as like 2/3 Nico. You know, I'd say like the beginning and mid round where you expect to see him the most often. He's got this amazing impact. You're just not gonna see him alive that late with players like Brokey on your team. But definitely, would I trust him in a 1v1 with my life? Yeah,
of course. Yeah, I'd rather him in a 1v1 than myself. Yeah. So, you know, go ahead, take it. Keep my hands off a keyboard. Look at him go, though. Look at him go. If FaZe Clan win this pistol, put a bow on it, baby. Cautious about the suicide player. He's not wrong about that, and they give him a chance to depart. This is Eternal Fire, I think, after a bit of a whooping in the first half, realizing let's let FaZe make their play and see if we can punish a push. Very slow approach to mid and tunnels at the start of a critical pistol. But Elige isn't going to leave, bro. He's not going to let you have anything for free.
Oh, the flash timing was there.
While Elige goes down, Frozen lets it rip with dual Berettas. Woxic, he clears him out of middle, but it is still 3v2 FaZe Clan in round 13.
So you love to see a well-supported push. It wasn't just Elige coming up cat. It's a flash through the door, Frozen with the refrags. And still a possible round here for Eternal Fire, make no mistake. They've got a lot of health, and they've got a lot of time. Oh, warning shot.
God, man.
And an expensive one.
You put Xanteras on 2 HP. Now Woxic's going to step forward in the second. Oh, Kerrigan. Sends Xanteras running in. If he had more than 2 health, maybe he'd have high hopes, but he needs to know the odds are low. Drive-by not going to happen.
Is mixing your shit right now.
Oh, my goodness. That's gross. 7 kills, and 2 of them are disgusting pistol frags.
Disgusting lad.
You absolutely take that. Kerrigan with as many frags as Xanteras right now. Brokey, a nice little controlled Beretta boost.
Canteris.
11-2. Total advantage. You know, changing up the veto, pulling out a new map that this series has never seen. And then just banking on the individual level that everybody on the FaZe Clan brings. Dude, from top to bottom. Even Kerrigan sprinkling one in a pistol round to remind you the old dog still got it.
Unk got game. There's a lot of unks in the server, actually.
That is true.
Brain, Kerrigan, Major, Santaris. But this ain't bingo at the retirement home, folks. This is pickleball.
Ooh. Unleash disengaging. M4 is keeping a bit of distance on that doorway. These MAC-10s want to get going. Smoke down CT could just let them attack that B ramp. It's another frag grenade for Kerrigan, but he's got the backs of players turned to him. Oh, Kobe! Major's found by the nade, and it is a shooting gallery for Elige as he comes out through that smoke. Perfect tethering, the window, distraction, the flank, the MP9 damage, the nade in on the kill. All players taking damage. It is FaZe Clan, baby. From start to finish, 12-2. 12-2, I tell you.
The best FaZe map so far.
God damn. And this, I think, is a little revenge for that first map back at Katowice, where, you know, we saw Eternal Fire absolutely smoke them on Anubis, 13-4, and Eternal Fire, ooh, the pride on that one. They felt so damn good, and they should, because winning that best of 3 was historic in the head-to-head. First Turkish core to step forth into the playoffs there.
Amazing.
It was a big moment, but, well, the thing with FaZe Clan, you beat them once, and then all
means nothing, really.
They just.
That's like Vitality beating them all year, then losing at the majors.
And then the next time you meet them, they cock that arm all the way back, and it's a haymaker to the head here on Dust2, because the 13-2 looks likely, or does it? We got a little life left in the Turkish squad. A quick and sudden B hit comes at the cost of a lot of HP, and Santaris maintains that lower tunnels control, so the fight ain't over yet, but it is still a long road to overtime.
It is, yeah. It's long, it's cobbly, it's up a hill, it's in the snow, and it's -30.
And when we're talking about a geriatric pack of players like we have tonight, you got to be careful on uneven ground.
Yeah.
You know, do they have their grippy shoes on?
Fresh tennis balls for their walkers. I have always one of those elevator stair chairs.
Elevator stair chairs.
It's like
like ride up the stairs
that's
thing.
on a rail.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I might get that one early.
Yeah, go for it. You know, a real sign of luxury, I think.
Yeah. And wisdom.
You know, sell enough T-shirts, you can buy it.
Only a few $100 T-shirts away.
Oh. Come on now, this is an AK in Kerrigan's hand because the pistol push top middle netted them this. Even in a round like this, FaZe Clan are putting up fights.
It's a funny position, but it isn't one where Kerrigan has armor, so like...
Yeah, but you don't need armor if you hit those headshots instantaneously.
It's got to be instant to the dome, Kerrigan.
Yeah, it's going to be. Watch this. No. That aim punch sends those bullets to the sky.
I was so down.
Good on jottAAA here to recover. 2 deaths against Eternal Fire in the 16th. 12-4. We will start to talk about overtime once they get to double digits. That is a massive ask of them. But Eternal Fire play this out round by round.
And a huge reason that Dust2 has been so popular lately is just because of FaZe, like their matches.
Yeah.
Their matches and matchups.
God, it's such a welcomed map to like this elite pool. You know, like we're getting elite games of Dust2, which is something I didn't think we would, bro.
No, because
I remember
we went 10 years of Dust2 and it never happened.
Oh, dude, when it came back, when Dust2 came into the pool before Train, I was upset. But I'm glad it came out when it did.
They ran away from this. They canceled even though there was no one in the site, and Frozen got a kill in mid. Oh, what happened?
A smoke coming down at the front was enough to deter them?
There was nobody in the site. Rain was playing retake. That would have been a nightmare for him. They even smoked the door, though, man. Oh, this actually just could have won the game for FaZe.
I think
they have all of mid now. They're going to go back into B, and now the CTs know about it.
I think after the schlacking that they've been through, they're a little nervous, Launders. They're a little timid when it comes to just following through. Because had you followed through earlier, that B site was yours. Prime for the taking, whether you know it or not. Now they're going to come through. They give Rain that chance to multi-frag. He's had an excellent map, 14-9. And as they go crossing this door, the pressure comes out from FaZe Clan. You've got Woxic down to less than half, and you've got 3 players knocking on this retake already. Woxic, though, he's able to kind of turn back Frozen quick before the retake commit truly comes through. Kerrigan's flank, it's all about the timing.
They're smoking it.
CTs throw that smoke out.
Just so you can walk through.
Yeah, it actually gives Kerrigan a chance. And as he emerges, the player in sight's gonna find him. Madger holds the line, but still, 2 kills right out of what's left of FaZe, and this new map in this head-to-head pays off in dividends. FaZe Clan, a massive blowout, 13-4 over Eternal Fire to kick off this best of 3.
Yeah, 13-4 almost seems like putting it mildly, because that was an absolute beating. Can you guys think of any other adjectives you'd give?
Feeds and everything, that's where they get highlighted the most. But they did recently have their streak ended. It was 8 straight until they lost to the MongolZ at Katowice. Now, that was interesting because that was their playoff game, right?
Yes, sir.
That was a playoff game, so they're like, we know that Eternal Fire got nervous in that playoff match. Like, they did not play as well as they could have. Anubis was the first sign of that. So, barring that one loss, they have very strong wins, including destroying FaZe 13-4 last time they played. I'm not expecting what we saw in Dust2, but I am expecting better than 13-4 for FaZe.
I would like to co-sign everything you've just said, if you will allow me to, good sir.
Thank you.
I'm thinking the same. Surely we don't get a back-to-back blowout against Eternal Fire. Surely. It'll start with the A pistol, very front-facing setup. And Woxic and jottAAA gonna make mincemeat of the long A push. You thought this bomb site was yours for the taking. You thought you were gonna find anything over. Oh, FaZe Clan. This is Eternal Fire. This is one of the best Anubis teams in the world. But they've given him a chance to leave with bomb. So here's Xantares off of the top of bridge. I thought that the analysts highlighting the Xantares to Elige mid-fights that we're going to see throughout this map, definitely deserving of a bit of attention before the head-to-head comes through. But it's going to need a Xantares that's playing better than he was back on Dust2. That's for damn sure.
It's another one of Elige's one-to-one positions from Complexity, where he has talked a lot about playing how to play mid. He's made a whole video about it. He's talked about some of the struggles of it. He's very good at lurking on it. So that's definitely a threat that they have to think about. But last time they dealt with it. They just dealt with it so well with Xantares.
Yep. Ooh, Brokey. I'm sorry, brother. You've gone the wrong direction in the fork in your path. You are going to be found out by this CT split. Low health for Woxic, so he could die. Could, but doesn't. Goes ahead and cleans this one up. It is an Eternal Fire CT pistol win, which is big considering that Anubis is by far the most T-sided map in our current map pool, with a plus then 60% T-side round win percentage.
In tier 1?
Yeah.
Oh. Or what's the scope of that stat?
I want to say 2025.
2025, okay. So like HLTV recorded matches.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty significant. Yeah, it's still early, but yeah, I don't think anybody would be in disbelief to hear that. Anubis is a hard map to play on CT.
Ooh, yeah, Liege getting a P250 kill. That could open up a bomb plant, but the bomb's in the back. Will it matter? Frozen's actually going to make just that extra bit of space as we see these CTs sprinting in to try to deal with the retake. They can't do it fast enough. If not for Frozen's frag, then I don't think bomb gets planted, but thanks to him, 2 dead and a bit of extra money here for FaZe.
I once talked to FM Pone about map balance, and he said that he believed that people like when maps are CT favored. There's in general, it's more comfortable. And I think that if you have a map that's T favored, the one thing that gets a little awkward is that streaking on CT side becomes very important.
Right.
There's also more emphasis on pistol rounds, because if you have a map that's not T favored, you can still buy more often. So it's just more punishing for a map to be more T favored when the economy is already a little bit easier to manage on that side.
I just think from a gaming perspective as well, it's more fun to struggle as an attacker to surmount something, you know, to get over the hump than to just try to hang on for dear life as you get slaughtered.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's definitely some game theory in play there, but, well, gaming is Wicadia at the moment. A site seemingly closed yet again. First gun round for FaZe, and it's another 4 versus 5 for them to face off against. Lige is going to find some space open in middle. Xantera is not occupying it, but rather leaning back on the opposite side of camera. No rotator for mid just yet, but it also doesn't look like FaZe are playing with a pace where that'll... Oh, I take that back, actually.
I think this could be a problem for them.
Yeah, I thought maybe one of these CTs comes back, but instead they're going to try to carve some information to their favor on B.
I think they're overestimating how much their kill on Rain did, because Kerrigan's here, walked up. Nope.
Nice. From Kerrigan.
Now they just got to go. They know it's
Xantera's, he's got the coverage. He's going to hear this stampede coming down from camera. Nice headshot on Lige. Looking a little sharper than he did on Dust2. Double kill in sight is the exact recipe for success. Xantera holds the line.
Okay, I mean, it's not 1v3, but it is. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't looking at anybody else. They have good information on him, and that's 4 players that he got, right? He got Kerrigan off the trade. That was beautiful, man. That's what we didn't get on Dust2 for some reason.
It's actually a 1 versus 4 inside this bomb site. You're correct.
Wow.
Really nice work of the donut cover, or excuse me, the cake cover. Wrong dessert. Wrong pudding, as the British would say.
They got that messed up.
Yeah. That's back-to-back days. We've kind of talked a little smack about Freya.
It's my favorite thing to do. Her and Hugo for some reason.
Yeah, it's just, you know, one and the same. Ooh, flash through. Wicadia going to eat that one, but so be it. Right into the cover of Fountain. Flash in front of him to set up a multi-frag, but now he needs another nade. And he can hang on for dear life. I made it sound like he was in a precarious place, but it's all good for him. So disengagement from FaZe Clan. Gonna try to run this bomb at B once more. Madger extends out long, comes back as he hears Frozen emerging out from dark. And as he jumps up onto the plat here, it's all about the long player. He's gonna find Kerrigan in the open. So no bomb plant, no extra money, no frag this time around. What? Are we back on Dust2? This is FaZe winning Dust2, but now just switch the nameplates.
It's wild that so much of this game actually is the maps, you know, not even the quality of the team or how good the players are. It really does come down to the comfort of the map. Now, it's not that FaZe don't play Anubis. It's nothing like that. But it does highlight how good Eternal Fire and how comfortable they are on this map that you can suddenly get a performance like this from Xantera, where he just shook off Dust2 like he didn't miss any shots.
I think with the Anubis map, though, you know, FaZe Clan definitely come in with expectations.
Nice shot.
You'd be a fool not to think that this map gets picked if you leave it open. I wonder, and we'll find out post-game
You have to.
Did Eternal Fire ever anticipate Dust2? Because it was the third map in the Kato matchup, but we just didn't get there.
I think they would have.
Right?
I think if they were watching what we were watching, that was FaZe a little bit not as good on Nuke as they thought.
Ooh, Kerrigan knows he's ahead of their expectations. He's ahead of the expectations, and he gets the kill. That's exactly what's asked of Kerrigan here to get back that 4v4 in hand for FaZe. Woxic behind pillar on B. Holds on the obelisk. Molly's off dark. And that changes the tempo and timing of things, so they're actually going to double back towards long. Bomb's still top of stairs. That'll have to be picked up at some point. And Wicadia doesn't like just the thought of being out here on his own. You fall on long with no rotation nearby. It's a dire place to be. So now with the utility coming over top through the windows, he's going to try to do his best Xantera's impression. It's going to be a multi-frag demanded of him, but he's actually leaving. He doesn't think this is A at all. Ooh, bad read. Ugh.
Coming back to clear out mid, I mean, can he hold B by himself is the other question. And now that he's out of it, we'll really see what their plan is. But there's no smoke in camera. They're just letting him walk back in.
What? Fast step.
What?
Okay, bomb gets scooped up. That can be planted. Madger trying to hold off on bridge, so looks like FaZe are fine. Looks like. So we still have 2 players, you know, kind of knocking on the brink of this bomb site.
Frozen's in the perfect spot, though, because he can drop out, play in main, or just slow lurk mid if they don't come clear him.
Xantera's trying to go hunting on the players with sight, but Kerrigan locked into pillar. Rain now going to be exposed to those guys along the wall. It's a fast one from Xantera. Frozen starts to activate on camera, but do they have a smoke for bomb?
Oh,
No,
that's
they
the
don't.
shot.
They can't cover it. And this perfect positioning from Kerrigan's going to catch off Xanterras. Now the Opera's stuck, and they're going to clear the board of the Eternal Fire players. The first round win for FaZe is found.
It's a messy one, Connor. That was a little weird from both parties when it came to Wokadia walking back into camera because no one mollied, smoked it, or flashed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can just walk back in, then just kill the guy who's planting the bomb in what appeared to be an open site, and then 2 more players walk in. And Rain gets caught off in heaven. There was a lot of ways for FaZe to lose that. I think they just gotta be grateful that they didn't. But it's and because of the weird sort of moments here for Eternal Fire, they don't have tons of money saved after these first 4 rounds.
It's almost like FaZe didn't expect them to even kind of contend for it.
Yeah. Respect us.
How dare you try to take this bomb site back?
Sometimes no utility is its own utility.
Whoa, man. No nades is nades. Oh. That's my Maui snake impression.
Your Cali boy impression.
Ooh, yeah, Kerrigan's gonna eat that bad boy. Down to 40 HP. But he remains silent in the corner outside dark. Bit of floating going on in middle here with Xanterras over towards the temple, but now he's looking to come join up on B site. Madger confirming there is a bit of presence, a bit too much presence for his liking. That's going to keep Xanterras a little closer, but still concerned about mid. Rain tries to beat his chest a bit on the other half of the map, and Xanterras has seen enough. In with the helping hand, and damn well worth it. Oh, Rain's just gonna get the side of Wokadia's head blasted off, but bombs dropped outside long B, so 15 seconds. They've got to commit to B if they had a chance, but it doesn't seem they do. Xanterras multi-frag moment as Eternal Fire go up 5-1.
There's the Xanterras that loves playing against FaZe. 11-2 to kick it off, 6 rounds deep. And we've seen him on mid, we've seen him on A, we've seen him on B. I'm gonna use my favorite word, Connor. Pervasive. That's what Xanterras is.
Pervasive. It's not the same as perverted, is it?
The most perverted thing I've seen Xanterras do was have himself as his phone background. As his lock screen.
Yeah, that's a little weird. But hey, if I had aim like that,
I'd be staring at myself.
yep. God damn, I'm sick with it. Xanterras 5,000. 11-2. That is what you sign up for when you tune in for an Eternal Fire game. Xanterras at the top of the charts. Little halvesies here for FaZe Clan. Tech-9s across the board. And enough utility to make a bomb site awkward. But it is yet again the Xanterras lean in temple on B site. So you've got the Terminator right where you want him.
Man, giving up dark, this should be a way to lose. The only thing that's in favor of FaZe or in Eternal Fire is the guns.
Right behind Obelisk, stand 2. One side of it falters. You still got the back player, but ooh, jottAAA needed more. A player with a kill apiece, but that is still good footing for FaZe on site. Fast moves from Wokadia.
What?
Wild spray as he just shaves off 2 players from the site and puts Frozen into the clutch here. Fighting tooth and nail to get these rounds are FaZe Clan, and he gets smoked off. Drops that incendiary on bomb, but it'll burn out with still enough time for the defuse. Kit is on both of the CTs. And he's desperate to line this up, but he's not gonna find it. Diffuse comes through, a knife is out. Now that's not gonna happen, but it's still a round to the board for Eternal Fire.
That was a close call. Like defending his teammate on the bomb from that position was definitely not the best. I feel like the best way to do it. Would have caught the jump though, so if anything. But all right, man, Wokadia's play, jumping out through temple.
Woo!
That's what that is. Now that's why that round. That's why that was possible for FaZe to win that round, is because you have two players playing back default, one guy committed, and then with a full exec coming in. That's a recipe for the CTs to lose hold on the B side. It really did take a play from Wicadia to bring that back into their favor. Sometimes you have to do that on CT Anubis.
Sure.
I'll put it that way.
Oh,
wow.
Yes.
Wow. He just looks extra fast today.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's been powering up in this FaZe Clan jersey.
I think he's been drinking stem cells, getting younger. I like to mix them in with my mushrooms.
Oh, Brokey finds timing to get ahead of that smoke. That's a sight to take over. Mad you're not ready for that kind of timing. Again, we've got deep footing for FaZe. Rain in the corner awaits Wicadia.
This is an Austin CS angle.
Ooh. Checks it. That's gross.
Turns into a pimp play.
Yeah. Nice trick, guys. Frag comes down through dark. Now man advantage for Eternal Fire. Can they retake again? Because honestly, they are racking up rounds off these retakes. And Frozen awaits the dark fight. There it is. Quick headshot to Wicadia. Ooh, a second from Frozen. Nicely done from Frozen and Brokey to hang on to the B site. They will not lose it twice. Not back to back. Nay, nay. Eternal Fire up 6-2.
That round had it all for a default when it came to the first kill from Elige all the way down to the post plant at the end.
Bam.
And Brains a little action. Yeah. It was a nice effort holding on to this. And they make it kind of expensive here for FaZe. But FaZe are looking at it as half like, this is a disaster. We're just trying to pick up table scraps right now. The Woxic could make it worse. Oh,
that's cool.
Away. Wow. It's the WS strafe away. Very nice.
That was actually a traditional Turkish dance.
Just belly danced out of there.
Yeah, it's called a Woxic.
Where'd the nade go?
I don't know.
What?
Somebody headbutted it again.
Brokey's iron forehead. Oh, A-site looks prime for now, but CTs are going to be coming in soon.
And this op is floated all around the map, just trying to get something going.
FaZe can smell it though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just sending this as a fake. Said, Rain, go eat up some eco kills right here. Okay, or just get assassinated. Quietly.
Unfortunately for Eternal Fire, you can take that kill, you can steal his AK-47, they'll take your B-bomb site, and that, I think, is a well worth it trade here for the FaZe Clan. Slowly but surely cracking through this difficult CT side. You know, Eternal Fire are always going to put forth their best foot on Anubis. That's what we've come to expect from them. Barring the Mongols' playoff loss.
Yeah, they've kind of put themselves in the MOUZ bucket a little bit, huh?
The MOUZ bucket
of dropping off in playoffs until further notice.
Oh,
it's one of those things that it's always going to be a small sample size because you don't get to play that many playoff games in a year, especially if you're just on the just on the cusp of tier 1 or in tier 1.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, in those few moments, we do get to decide if you're nervous or not.
My favorite thing right now about 2025 so far is that we actually have Eternal Fire and Mongols kind of doing it simultaneously, right? Like MOUZ was that team that started breaking through into playoffs regularly in like 23 to 24. You know, we were always kind of hyping them up to maybe lift a trophy, and some smaller events they did win. But right now we've got two of those contenders stepping into the Coliseum at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's why that head-to-head specifically in Kato was so awesome.
Yeah,
because one of them was going to get a chance to step forward.
And MongolZ got nervous at Shanghai. You saw that Senzu performance in their quarter versus MOUZ.
Very true.
That was a good moment for MOUZ, though,
Great
too.
flashbang with Cadia. Sets himself up with the backboard flash.
It's been so solid on A.
And that's a 5v4 to Eternal Fire. Sometimes MIBR is just so confident outer B is clear. So he makes sure that he takes it early on here in round 10. We are getting to the final moments of the first half, but he's not slowing down with his tempo. Tough place now for jottAAA here, has to put out the fire. Kerrigan on the entry, Elige also killed Xanterras out mid. This is a very fast split suddenly. Missed shot, they know he's in there. The fact Elige kills Xanterras in this really puts a dampen on this A hold.
jottAA's primary
done.
support, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, FaZe have somewhat made a comeback happen. I think it's still somewhat meaningless without at least one more round, but
I think this is a great one for FaZe to celebrate, just because not only were you at the 4v5 disadvantage, but we saw MIBR go and get the information, confirming odds are, boys, it's coming A. That wasn't an A-site defense that's caught with timing. That's an A-site defense that's well prepared, on high alert, and still just with conviction, we get that Kerrigan and Elige simultaneous entry. Because for a guy who you just have to entry frag a little bit more in Kerrigan, it's nice that you can kind of let Elige do it at the same time and still bank on Kerrigan having a trade frag potential.
the problem is, though,
What's the problem?
we switch over to CT side. You had maybe one of the best, if not the best, A main player in the world, Rops.
Yes.
And now you've got Kerrigan.
Well, when you put it that way.
Yeah, I think that part, like this second half of this map, that's where we can see the worst side of this exchange.
And that's not you being mean to Kerrigan. That is, if you watched the last Anubis between these two teams, like that was the glaringly weak point of the CT side.
Even if you took Rain and Kerrigan and Anubis didn't exist yet, and you had one of them solo a site, like who would you rather have? Like Rops is just a better player. So like by a huge margin, right? Just statistically by a huge margin. And the other player they're trying to convince us should be that anchor is Rain. And like the argument is, well, he was an anchor once upon a time in history. It just, yeah,
but
it was a long time ago.
Apex was an entry fragger too.
Yeah.
Pimp was a player.
Pimp was a player.
You know?
I mean, Apex becoming an IGL is that argument, but that took many years.
Sure, yeah.
That took many years.
Yeah. No, you'd think it would be Frozen, not Rain.
Yeah, Frozen, man. Like, he would just be better. He would. He'd be better on A. We'll see if they ever change that.
Elige finds another kill out middle. That's jottAA dead. That's a usual A-site defender. And obviously we're talking about a round with limitations here. jottAA and Xanterras with the M4s, MIBR with the MP9. Kerrigan with a dirty little angle, but Xanterras is going to find him out. And with that, it now banks on Brokey holding the line out mid.
Yeah, jottAA makes this weird, because he's still alive in E-Box. Oh, that patience.
Fourth. But the bomb's still sitting outside B. It's just that jottAA gets peeled back because of that kill in mid.
He's still thinking it could be A.
That is the perfect frag to find if you are Brokey. It sets up the bomb to push out main perfectly. An additional safety protocol and putting the smoke on, but oh, jottAA. God.
He's like, oh no!
Right? I can save this! And instead steers the ship into the wall. That is going to be bombed down for FaZe, and definitely now making something of this T side. This is
not bad.
4 rounds in a row after being down 6-1.
Some good mid-rounding.
4 in a row. 4 rounds in a row. All the ducks in a row on the pond. I said it like it was over. I said it like it was over. And it's over.
You're right, man. You're the Oracle.
I am the corn dog after all.
I don't think there's any shame in Turtle Fire letting this half slip a little bit. FaZe have definitely played very well in these last few, especially with kills like this. You know, Elige getting his one tap insta on Xantares. That was such a win condition compared to the last time they played. And he himself, at least individually, has definitely made that look really good. Frozen's also just having a fantastic series in general. Very many highlights for him on Dust2. But one final chance.
Mid again, huh? Lee's really been...
He just gets faster and faster on this lurk if you give him more and more space. And
definitely kind of carving out a place throughout this T side for himself. And, ooh, Walk6 going to be ready for that one. Brokey steps forward into the scope and dies.
Ooh,
but
doesn't get mollied.
Of course, we've still got a Liege out there
Look
floating
at this CT molly, bro.
Oh, look at that CT flashbang. You know what I'm saying? All's good. Sneaky little pathing there from Kerrigan, but things go south on B. Maybe that just means we get this commitment. That's going to scare the hell out of Acadia. Bullets whizzing by him. They go both ways.
That's the pressure that Rain puts on behind smokes on these T sides, like where he's upper B on Dust2 and stuff. That's so good. Even just getting a player back into a spot where now he's calling for a teammate to come and support him helps make the other site a little bit easier to take.
And bullets are free. And he wasn't far off killing that player. Oh, what could have been. But final attempt for the FaZe Clan T side. 3v5. Madger baiting inside the corner, but it's good. All good. Waits perfectly, and Xantares comes swinging for the support. So they will maintain that lead. In fact, they'll grow it ever so slightly. 7 CT round wins led by Xantares and jottAAA. And that is, I would say, par for the course for an Eternal Fire squad that love a little T-side Anubis.
I'm freaking excited to see what happens now in the second half because I really can't see FaZe closing it out, but seeing their improvements on Dust2, seeing their improvements day over day with Elige coming into the team,
right.
I just want to see how it evolves. I'm really like betting on the fact that Kerrigan can integrate a new player into the lineup, but I am also not going to minimize how difficult it actually is to replace someone like Rops with Elige on CT side. So let's see what they've figured out. And what we saw last time they played Anubis was a lot of Brokey helping out Kerrigan with his op, but their setups were just totally discombobulated. They did not support each other. It ended up 2 players in the back of default in the A site on top of each other with camera splits coming in, and it was just a mess. They had no control. They weren't brave enough to be able to push A main ever, and that's something that Robs could consistently get away with. So we'll see. I think Eternal Fire have the game plan, and right now they have the form to be able to very easily win here on this T side. So,
you know, for the record and context, just a week ago, 11-1 T side for Eternal Fire on Anubis versus FaZe.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So let's just be reminded of how much of a blowout that really was and how much it could be again. But Kerrigan's going to start this round in another spot. Frozen trying to hang on for dear life with the double, and already the player's fast enough to respond. I mean, all these fights go down on the B site. Rain's going to have to try his hand at a 1 versus 3 in the pistol. But they've got cover as jottAAA holds that line, so unable to cross to stop the bomb plant. Now everybody's ready to swing as Rain will emerge from Temple. No kill for Rain in the 1v3. That's Eternal Fire right back to winning ways. And it's a dire place now for FaZe Clan.
It is, yeah. This is now... No, we'll still get to see some rifle rounds at the very minimum.
And whether they change it up. You know, Kerrigan's in dark this round, but it's pistol.
It's pistol,
Will he be on A in the first gun round? That's at least a question we'll get answered here tonight.
Yeah.
Well, this afternoon.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
4:27 p.m. in Bucharest, Romania.
Xantares 5000 initializing.
AKA X5000. You like that? X5000?
Oh, it's the first letter of his name's X. Yeah. True.
Trying to help out mid as needed, but mid doesn't need help because Xantares tearing him apart. Nothing, huh? Hate to break it to you, Frozen. You done. Woo. Nice little third frag for Xantares. And as you'd expect, that one gets torn to pieces. So 9-5. It's all about the first gun round, and the FaZe comeback machine could maybe get online.
I think I saw Robin behind them somewhere today.
In the huddle in front of the PCs before the game went.
It was, right?
You said, is that Robin? I looked at the screen. I didn't see Robin, but I also looked too late. So I can't confirm nor deny, Launders. I'm sorry, you're on your own.
I'll have to find him in the building.
Where's Eddie at? You know, that's what I'm asking.
Oh, they have substitute managers now?
They could. First gun round, and we go 3 players, 4 FaZe inside this B site. Kerrigan included. That is Rain over on A. Ooh,
Oh,
beautiful.
Got it too. What the hell?
That last bullet fade away from Frozen for the multi-frag. They do still lose Kerrigan as he's flushed into the open by that Molotov at his feet, but it's very quickly reinforced. We've got basically all of FaZe ready to rock on this B site. And Eternal Fire have got nowhere else to go, so why not just keep shooting shots through smoke? Shoot your shots, folks.
Yeah, I think the CTs in this spot need to like cool it down because they got everything they wanted to out of them before they had let them into the site. Now they smoked it.
Joda can see over that.
Yeah, but everyone knows you could see over this. There's a little bit of a hump there. He just missed 2 guys getting in. Now, the classic thing for Manager to call would just be to go back to the B site, right? Eventually in some new way. Is this the way to do it? And are they going to walk?
They could take it through Temple.
They wouldn't do that with Joda lurking unless he actually
They walk
activates.
it through Temple, dude. They walk this through Temple. They're going to find both those players eventually exposed on plat.
Yeah.
That's not the greatest corner for a Temple wrap. And right now, they're both looking over towards long.
Nobody's watching.
No, they're not. And you get the Frozen kill. Now, you know, it'd be a reason to be concerned. Oh, my God. They don't even need the wrap. They just go straight into the Joda double. And Eternal Fire, 3v3, slow milk it like a heifer. And they walk that bomb into B.
Yeah, a lot had to do with Rain as the guy rotating over to the A side. If he hears or sees anything, that can affect the decision, but the call is perfect for Eternal Fire. I'm a little bit surprised that there's that timing mentally for FaZe doesn't open up at all, but I guess as they're watching Rain go by, like Rain doesn't ever have vision on middle, right? So like there was always a chance that happened.
It's just how much they had written off the possibility that surprises me.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know? And Rain's good.
But even that is Joda getting both kills. They had 3 players coming in. Lots of opportunities to trade. So it's well played from Joda. Great call from Major. Great organization. And, I mean, they used that clock very effectively. They had to walk the whole way. That was the maximum amount. That was like the biggest rotation they possibly could make. But they did the math. And they got that bomb planted in time. I think this is a round that was 4v5 after Frozen got his kill. Then it was 3v4 after they got even more. And then FaZe sort of refused to put the brakes on. They just kept sort of taking these fights versus main. It was interesting because you'd see, I guess, a T team normally fall back entirely or commit through the smoke and just try to trade out in the site. But instead, Eternal Fire just took all their fights from B main. And that actually worked out pretty well. Kind of like that.
Quick pathing from Xantares out through middle. We'll find 0 resistance. And this follow-through utility already coming down for him to just continue to take space. He's well supported on the approach. Got a teammate behind him by the doorway. And where will Xantares sink his teeth into?
Oh, they just don't clear this, do they? But they maybe didn't hear the smoke. We'll see it.
Gonna try to flash out B. FaZe feeling squeezed at the moment. Ooh, well done. That flash finds Jota blind. Xantares turns back. He's going to catch Brokey off guard because he wasn't prepared for this peek. And now we've got Rain still inside A site. Alicia's pistol inbound. 5-7 finds the head turned.
Oh,
Shot
no,
miss.
you can't miss
And
that.
Rain may fall in heaven. But interestingly, Wicadia's got a smoke to now play behind. So that guarantees the bomb plant. A well-timed pistol peek from Elige. His 5th and 6th frags of this map. As it's been a rough go of it, but Wicadia's gonna go clear flank, find Frozen, ready and prepared, and FaZe Clan pull it off with a single M4 and MP9 thanks to timing from Elige.
It was a little bit of timing from Elige, but you got to make hay where the sun shines. And in this round, you've got 5-7s. They had just a single flashbang over on B. They used that at the perfect moment. So a couple of small key tactics on good timings allows FaZe to have a chance to show some rifle work here in this half. Otherwise, it would have been 2 steps to a total stomp.
And a missed op shot that allows Elige to get that second one too.
Six, 17.
What are you trying to summon?
I just have a stutter.
Oh, the kills on FaZe, I see.
All right, boys. Same play, but different. And there's less CTs as well.
Yeah, Frozen just finished the reload. We've already got Wicadia in through that corner smoke. Oh, it's being held well. Frozen tries to re-rack. Smoke down in front of him. Madger's got the bomb plant. That is uncontested. Retake on with man advantage made
So
easier
good.
with the Frozen follow-up. So everybody else might be a little dry in the kill counts, but Frozen trying to keep this up. Madger doubles back. Getting a kill to Dark is key, but now this climb up to the platform, I mean, they're going to find him walking through. He tries to get active. Poor Xantares is having to work with this MAC-10. You know, the only player with more frags than Frozen at the moment, but he's not really equipped for this degree of a clutch.
Time's ticking.
MAC-10 betrays him. Elige comes out, gets the better of him in back-to-back rounds, and that is Frozen, who hangs on to a B site that was suddenly under attack by Eternal Fire. So 7-10, and this CT side has legs to stand on.
Hardest part of this map right now is finding the solution is holding B from positions like Frozen was in. If your anchor can get kills like that over there, then yeah, I mean, I want to see Frozen playing the A site right now. Feels like he could hold down both by himself. But that's why you normally overstaff the B site, because the splits are just really, really difficult. But yeah, it's been a masterclass from him so far on this map, in this series, honestly. Again, many quality rounds. 1 kill behind Xantares.
Fun little neck and neck race we have going on between the two.
Elige pushing A main. Interesting.
Mid-fight's key, though.
Uh-oh.
That's Xantares catching Rain, and then suddenly Elige has to peel back from that long A, and they're creeping a player out in just a moment. He gets nothing for his efforts. And we've got Eternal Fire just knocking down the door in this A site. Bomb plant looking good. And I mean, their pressure on these bomb sites, it feels like they can just go 0 to 100 on either site. And they do it convincing. The util's all there. Even when Xantares walks out mid and gets into that corner, you know, by the time he's even getting to the door, the nades have already landed. And I think that's really a testament to how good of an Anubis team Eternal Fire are.
That's a nice low telegraph executes. By the time the first flash pops, you've already got someone jumping out jail, crossing the site.
It's just one nice fluid movement from the entry to the bomb plant to the follow through. Who dies? Anybody want a piece of Kerrigan? Doesn't look like it. So 3 members of FaZe hang on to their guns, but Eternal Fire 2 rounds away from a map 2 win.
Also, the entry pathing is something that's really important, and I think it's Madger who flies across heaven, and Elige is trying to hold this off angle for everyone coming out of camera, and as soon as he has to flick up to Madger, his round is over. That's really important that you don't just line up for someone like that, and to not get too fixated on just like just crossing the site however you can get there. Just making sure to clear out all your positions perfectly. But I think we're seeing Rain playing. I don't know. Rain's rotating a little bit, but it just depends. Because like we have Brokey and Elige will either work together on mid, or Brokey will take Elige's spot in mid, and then like on that round he can play on the A site. We need more data to know what they're going to do most often. This rifle round should give us a good idea of who's going to be playing where. Yeah, it looks like they're making Rain the anchor.
Okay. Well-timed flash, Elige sets himself up. There's been some criticisms floating around with Elige with like kind of biting off more than he can chew.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's just kind of like a remnants of time on complexity where he had to do everything.
Yeah, actually Maui brought up a good criticism of him when he was playing on complexity, that even on that team he was trying to do a bit too much.
Okay.
That he would be the only guy capable of getting 2 kills, but then sometimes would still try to go for 3 when they still just needed him to stay alive so that they don't get 2v4'd in the end, you know?
Nicely done, though. That flash blinds the player behind. He's still thinking about it. It's a good peek out from Wicadia, but Elige knew that flashbang, if anybody was behind that box, blinded him, so he goes right into the attack on the back line. That's a great util setup. God, Brokey doesn't pull the trigger instantly. Didn't want to kill Kerrigan. Now he'll try to trade back. Wicadia on the other end of this doorway gives a chance for Brokey to depart.
Yeah.
And now he's on a comfortable angle with the op, so it feels like Brokey got off better because of the hesitations there from Eternal Fire.
Yeah, they messed up the micro a little bit. They were really worried about catching a flank at the same time and hoping that could open up the A site. Now it turns back to Rain, who Rain just hasn't had a great game, and this will be a good moment for him. Sort of an easier situation, if you will, to try to get his 1 kill. Let's see if he can get away with it.
Refuses to get caught by that walkout from camera.
There it is.
Clean headshot to jottAAA. Confirmation Wicadia's here. Shaved down HP-wise from the camera play. Blinded. Ooh, no time. Frozen keeps the pressure up. Brokey was flanking if needed, and that is FaZe to close this distance. Only 3 rounds the difference at 8-11.
Yeah.
The fact that that was a one-off round win from Eternal Fire means they've got money for the next round, but it will come with limitations. And if they do invest, as they are right now, I can confirm, well, they're on the other side of a save if they lose this next one.
Yeah, I mean, they're, like, think about it. They won that with less gun. They didn't fully invest on the round they won, right?
Correct.
So, yeah, they still the reason they even have a tempo right now.
So 2 pistols on this as Eternal Fire try to fight for that 12th. And if not, I think it's, I would almost say FaZe confirmed double digits. So definitely, as you alluded to before the map started, man, it's a marked improvement from FaZe, specifically on Anubis. And this is a FaZe clan that has lost both pistols, allowed Eternal Fire to convert both of them for 4 and 3 rounds at the start of each half, and yet still remain competitive on a map they got completely blown out of the water in. Signs of life from the FaZe clan. Katie is not working alone here. jottAA's jumping around. Could very well have been heard, so we'll see what Brokey's worried about. Oh, but they burst out and Rain drops the ball. Brokey gets into cover, and that could certainly help. Elige able to hang on to the mid play, confirms that jottAA's out there, tries to go back in, and that's what costs him. Now no mid control, means Kerrigan can't help Brokey. Wicadia's got the bomb plant, and MIBR exposed Brokey, but still, oh! Turned on by MIBR. And Eternal Fire fight tooth and nail to confirm that 12th round.
That could have been a 2v2. MIBR, what a shot. What an adjustment. And what a 2K. And another masterful, clean, instant entry into the site.
That is a nasty 90-degree snap out of MIBR. And you said it kind of in the last round, you know, Rain unfortunately not having the best game. This time doesn't offer any kind of a hold.
Yeah.
Watch this. Well, actually 45 degrees. Wacadia gets the timing on it too. So 4 map points for Eternal Fire to extend this series. And it looks like they don't want to waste any time in it as jottAAA takes a deep peek into the B site. What's he going to find back there? Nothing at the moment. Kerrigan, reveals his position. Frozen hanging on.
Wow.
Well done. 250 damage out of Frozen alone. jottAAA spots that closest rotate. Elige, what can you do before your teammates get here? Do you try to make a play? He gets flashed through, finds the long frag, then emerges Rain, and the retake's good. FaZe Clan not done yet.
Ooh, they definitely brought the fire for this round. That was nice from Frozen once again here to get that hold, all the damage, and it's not in vain. And again, it has to get a little scrappy once the bomb gets planted, but Alicia's ready, calls for the flash, hits the timing, gets his kill, and they keep themselves alive. This doesn't feel like a game it doesn't feel like one of those games that's going to OT based on the way that Eternal Fire are playing, but I felt that way before. And then we played 23 more rounds.
Awesome tempo to that retake, dude. FaZe, you know, it's like if we're going to stage a fight, we're going to do it on our terms.
Yeah.
Screw a smoke grenade, let's get it. Do or die in that moment, and they deliver. And I had mentioned that wobbly economy in the previous round. Well, Eternal Fire here clearly limited. We've got a Glock out on the field for MIBR, but, you know, with Xanterra's having the game he's having, yeah, I get it. Put an AK in his hands.
This is kind of, you know, Rain lost to this already. It's got to be sharp.
No frag to open this smoke.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is his first time fully anchoring on this site.
Flash doesn't quite find him. He only gets the one. Luckily, Brokey's close enough to try to get the multi-frag. Util coming down in front of him. And they don't have enough tools to really get him out. jottAAA hits a leash. And then Brokey returns the favor. jottAAA trying to get a little glimpse of what's going on Fountain. And he ends up putting his head right into that scope.
Now, this is where MIBR has to work. We've seen the really great mid-rounds and 2v3s with lots of time left over. He came up with an extraordinary play over towards the B site much earlier on. But FaZe are the team who are a bit more insecure with their new positions and chemistry on this map. However, it's the old core left over. And Kerrigan finds MIBR. It is a masterful gambit to try to split A back through mid. All right, 10 rounds FaZe have got there. And even though there are CT disadvantages, and even though there's a little bit of discomfort here and there, it's only a 2-round game. And EF do not look super excited.
Yeah, it's because it's not quite that 13-4 blowout that they tasted not long ago.
Yeah, not up a map either.
They've been...
It was 2-0 last time for Eternal Fire.
Thing is, you beat FaZe Clan for the first time ever in a head-to-head that had been completely lopsided. Well, they're going to come back with a little more bite in their next chance. A FaZe Clan that's looking to prove they can get a strong piece of North American Counter-Strike integrated and online. And it's Elige staying afloat, not struggling worse than some of his teammates. Still, Frozen would like another set of helping hands. And, well, here's another half buy. So we could very well be looking at 24 rounds of play unless
you miss a shot like that.
Mac 10s and a Tech 9 swing out bridge. And Brokey made to look like a fool. But Frozen has been playing lights out, and he gets off the bomb site. What do you think of this?
You can go unnoticed, but will you not? Oh, he shoots right away. Bomb goes down in his vision. jottAAA next up.
Galil wins the duel over top of the M4. Now suddenly you've got a second rifle to put in the hands of Eternal Fire, and nobody's going to be able to stop that one. We get this position from Kerrigan over on Jail. There are enough smoke grenades as well to blanket off some of the rotation positions in this site, so that's why Elige is going to actually play up against the wall.
They're just going to come in for this, aren't they?
Yeah, locks in, plays close pillar. I mean, you know, Tech-9s and Mac-10s this close to the CTs, they could still clear this defense off the board. Flash at Kerrigan's feet. Oh! But Elige able to get the 2 headshots. That's something. Something to put Rain into a doable clutch.
He's close by.
Rifles in the hands of the T's. Rain's gonna connect into Woxic first. Jota right there behind pillar. A frag grenade to soften him up. No, it misses. Bounces back at Rain. And as he approaches, he's on high alert, but Jota connects. A triple kill for Jota. 20 frags to his name, and Eternal Fire tie this series 1 apiece.
Yeah, we do have a ball game after all. All things considered, it was a very one-sided affair in that first map, but that is not what we got here.
Yeah, showing a marked improvement from Dust2, where I think individually it just felt like the players hadn't arrived yet. And FaZe Clan show an improvement on a map they got blown out of the water in not long ago. So I would say everything points to a nice competitive third.
It does. I think Inferno is the map that I'm least excited about with this new team, and also the one that I think has the most problems. Like when we look at Nuke, for example, that still went into 1 billion overtimes, and it was still a very good game. And FaZe had small adjustments they had to make, but on Inferno, I think T side and CT side have issues when it comes to roles. So we'll see how that goes. But it's a map, again, that when they started playing with this new lineup, they started picking Inferno. They wanted this to be the core map of this lineup, so I'm sure they've given it a lot of thought. It
was FaZe indeed who also banned Nuke in the final segment of the veto in order to take it to Inferno. So choice between the maps, they decided to bring it here. And we'll see what they bring to the table. A couple flashes to try to take banana control. Xanterez is out. And a smoke greets FaZe. Ouch. Kerrigan takes that frag grenade to the chest, and we have all 5 FaZe players ready to push. Xanterez hiding behind the fountain. Oh my god. Jota walks through that CT smoke, gets 2 headshots. Madger's gone ahead to collect a couple of his own. And that is FaZe sweeping away the pistol in a matter of seconds.
Crush that.
Holy moly. Or not FaZe, excuse me. Getting crushed, our FaZe. Eternal Fire, sweep him under the rug. Yep. Goodbye.
That was perfect timing. I mean, they knew when the pop was going to come in. They had to time their own flash with it. And yeah, so the thing about trying to figure out what they're doing on T side is that, like, they kind of play very dynamic with who plays in halls. So sometimes it's been Elige and Rain working together in halls, but basically it's 2 players trying to do the job of Rops up there. I think we get them moving a lot, so which is totally fine to do as well, by the way. You can sometimes double up or just have one guy lurk it. But that'll be the awkwardness for T side. I mean, it's crazy how much of a chasm that Rops has left. It really wouldn't have noticed how big it was, you know, until you have to see them operate without it. But
a testament to the player that he is, as has been his success found with Vitality so far.
Yeah, like look how he's improved their Anubis. Holy
moly.
Caramba.
Jota drops an incendiary in response to the utility being heard, and Xanterez waiting them out. He's got a Woxic in the corner. Ooh, but
whoa, everybody dies. There are no prisoners this round. My goodness, what just happened? That was impossible to spectate. That was 4 kills happening at the same time in the kill feed, all across the sites. All across the site, through Arch, through lane.
And just by nature of that all coming from different players, we're not even going to get a chance to see how they all happen. I just know that they happened fast, and they happened at the exact same time.
You can picture it. Tech-9 running at full speed across
my eyes real quick.
Guy running out of halls, jumping as he jumps into pit, instantly one taps on one balcony. Then another guy swings out a boiler with a Tech-9, and the trade's coming through on Arch with 3 players. One guy whiffs a little bit, Tech-9 headshot.
Oh, you're making me want to blame my teammates.
We've seen it before.
Well, thou hath felt the wrath of FaZe Clan. We call that a wallop in the business.
a mulligan for Eternal Fire.
Whoa. Ouch. And considering back on Anubis, it was Eternal Fire with both pistols and converting them fully for 7 rounds across the first both sides. Well, that one's going to hurt. Double boost on B, just in case there's an approach from FaZe Clan, but it looks like A's the intended target. Rain and a Liege.
Oh, well, actually, now they don't have anyone Arch, and they aren't boosted up on Porch, so that's a lot of vision that they don't have at the moment. But they also don't have great guns to reaggress.
MP9 looking real tall here on the CT cross, but FaZe are doing a good job of minimizing the odds that the Eternal Fire setup pays off. Little pressure on Arch side. That's going to peel Xanterra's away. What dusty trunk did he pull this famous skin out of? Yeah, hits the headshot on Kerrigan, but dies. And Wicadia is going to put a smoke down in front of the Balk play, but so be it. We've got a bunch of players coming up short nonetheless. And Wicadia, he's going to get found out. Rain hones in on him within that smoke, and it's an easy conversion for the FaZe Clan in A site.
Very nice, man. Felt like a full-on bait there for Xanterra's. Kerrigan setting up to make it look like it's going to be a mid-B. Sorry, mid-B. What map are we on? A B split through CT spawn, and instead it's Xanterra's chasing Ghost. Kerrigan re-emerging like David Blaine.
Who's your favorite magician?
He's the last of the magicians.
David Blaine? What about Chris Angel?
Yeah, mind freak.
Yeah.
No, but you know what?
That guy's a fraud.
He's a fraud, man.
He's a fraud.
And his tricks, they just did not age at all. They were just TV magic.
If you remember Chris Angel, go watch him back on YouTube real quick, and you'll realize, how did I, as a child, even think this could be real for half a second?
Watch that car go over the ramp of the Grand Canyon.
I love the one where he pulls a woman in half, and then the top half of the woman runs away on her hands.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but if you pulled me in half, I wouldn't be running away on my hands. I would be demanding to be put back together.
He had us, though, man.
I bought it.
We loved Chris Angel.
Mind freak. Goddamn phone.
But the thing is, David Blaine like really blurred the line with real and magic, because he started doing real stuff, training with the Navy SEALs to hold his breath for as long as possible.
Like Brock Lesnar going from the WWE to the UFC.
Yeah, with the help of a couple of PEDs.
Drugs. They get the job done.
Yeah, poor Frank Mir. I'll never forgive him for those matches.
Ready for this? Flash into top mid, peek down from brackets. You know, screw this passive bracket setup. Go for the swing. And it works perfectly. Kerrigan gets peeled back. And that's 1 for Eternal Fire. Now it's all about converting it. And jottAAA, almost had a Liege with his hands busy. And we start to get that bomb rocking back towards the B site. Frozen sensing that he has an opening. He is not wrong. That site is open and the closest player low. Down goes Xanterra's. Clean headshot from Frozen. A Liege looking to disengage in time. Ooh, he's going to take some damage from Woxic and actually hit the ground. But Rain's here for cleanup. Oh, that's clean.
We're doing tricks now.
What is happening? Jumping MP9 from Woxic. I think that should be the next nerf, even before the moving in accuracy. It should just be the in-air accuracy of the MP9, because there's so many moments where people just like,
exclusively jumps and shoots.
They
the
jump
MP9.
clear corners.
Yeah.
Like the MP9 jump clear on a corner. Listen, if you swing into a corner, you're running a little bit. Well, listen, my crosshair's on the right angle. If you're jumping every corner with a gun and firing in the air, bro, let's crank that inaccuracy to a 20, shall we?
I adjust it to be more like the MAC-10, because it's a gun that can run and jump and run and shoot and everything, but it feels way more balanced.
Agreed.
You do have some CT advantages also that come along with the MP9, to be fair, but...
Like, look at this. Oh.
Mind freak.
Trolled. All right, FaZe Clan forced by to upset after Eternal Fire's first. They convert for the 3 rounds consecutive, and now we get Eternal Fire back with a bye. So delayed success on the CT side, perhaps. Let's see if the guns make a difference.
So again, for FaZe, it's not about their set plays. It's about ironing out their defaults. And for Eternal Fire, conversely, it's about trying to exploit their weaknesses like they did on Anubis, you know? Like, Rain, I'd rather see Rain than Kerrigan over on A, so I like that change. But it still wasn't good just yet, and it was his first time doing it. jottAAA here to stop him inside of mid, Brokey with the instant trade. And now Rain again. New Hall's Lurker.
Cheeky off angle from Wicadia. Waiting for Rain's head to pop over top the ledge. Madger, oh, reads it. Can he get away? No. Frozen's gonna find him. We do get that Wicadia frag to hold back Rain, so the jig is up on the B site, the bomb's in the ground, and we've got Brokey trying to sprint over, but he knows woxiC's over here. So he's got to be careful on the departure. As long as he knows woxiC is still stuck at A.
Whoa.
Oh my god, he reads the peak, and now it's just a straight up 1v1. Xanterra swings.
Oh my god. Why
Whoa,
can't
you
he swing
almost
that?
gave him a chance.
That's kind of wild. I think he could. I guess it's crazy. In terms of other options, he could have played it a lot more slowly and then gone back to the site and really tried to delay for time. But there's a chance Brokey could win that way too. Sure, looks crazy, but it works.
I mean, you are Xanterra's after all.
Yeah.
The fact it's not an instant headshot makes it a little sketchy, but Brokey's still caught by it, and that is Eternal Fire responding the moment they get their guns out. Yeesh. Madger going for the heavy util, stuck on an MP9. We've got 3 players inside that smoke, 2 of them with SMGs. Xanterra is now known, the frag exposes both, and oh, poor Eternal Fire, you'd think. But Madger still, in a desperate attempt, is able to bring down another, and then that smoke goes down on Cross. So Elige, the extinguish on the smoke. woxiC was trying to prevent them from getting into this bomb site, but he's not able to do that, and so the bomb's able to cross as well.
It was kind of inevitable. It will have to be sort of jottAAA coming up with a way to get a kill here. And, well, Rain, he's just, he's too aware. He's a shrewd fellow, this Rain. He knows that this flank is going to be coming in, and that'll leave woxiC alone to save. Frozen, you know, for what it's worth, and Frozen is a guy I keep asking to go to these small sites. In the spots that he's keeping, he's doing a great job. And he's been the biggest spotlight in the series for FaZe for sure. Each half on every map.
Can he hold the op though?
Did he just?
He wallbagged him through the
umbrella?
Umbrella, dude.
The umbrella stopped that?
The umbrella, dude.
The umbrella.
Oh my god, dude. Through the parasol. Oh my. That's a thing?
That's not okay. I don't think they wrote in that texture.
I mean, why would that block 50? That's only a half bar of health because of an umbrella.
You can hide behind that umbrella. Oh, wow.
I feel like that blocks as much damage as the damn stone obelisk on B-Site Ancient.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Costs them the op, and now they have an MP9 and Zeus instead. That, you know, that upset me a little bit.
They got carbon fiber umbrellas in Italy.
Must be.
Are we in Italy or California?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Italy because, you know, the signs aren't in English, and everybody knows that Americans can't speak many languages.
Except Brad Pitt.
True. Goddamn umbrella. That's the first time I've ever seen that thing get wallbanged. There's a lot of firsts around today. What's going on?
I like that. Oh.
Zeus him. Get him. Get him. Ah, drive by from Brokey. There was something to talk about before the umbrella wallbang came down, and that was the triple player, if you can recall, triple player banana setup where like they all got caught in the smoke grenade, and then I thought like they were gonna get away with something tricky until the frag exposed the other two, and they just got caught standing there.
Yeah.
I wonder if Eternal Fire regret having such presence in the same corner. You know, if they thought there'd just be less util on them.
Yeah, they ate the Molly Flash combo. Then they smoked it out, and they were all blind, so they all ran for the same wall.
Scurried off.
It does get hectic on Banana. Well, so far so good here on T side for FaZe.
Two one-off round wins for Eternal Fire. All the money on the line here in round 8. Sitting on 3 rounds of loss bonus. If this one also goes south.
If only he knew what we knew. Oh!
Sometimes I wish this window was transparent. You could just kind of look at each other. Oh, yeah. You're not wrong, Rain.
It's a bit worried for Eternal Fire. They've been using these setups. FaZe are pretty comfortable with them. MIBR puts himself to relatively safely get some information. But yeah, I mean, how long are they going to hold on to this?
Oh, caught on the fallback, dude. jottAAA gets blasted away. MIBR just won the fight on Banana. That's big, but the MAC-10 comes through. Kerrigan eats the headshot like it's nothing. And that is a compromised B-bomb site where it feels like Brokey's going to have to go into the clutch. Zantares stomps his way over.
No HE over here.
No.
It's coming in late. Oh, it's so close.
Down
One
to
health.
1. Anything Kerrigan does here made possible by the fact that nade takes him down to 1. Oh, a little weird for Zantares, but a jumping M4 kill nonetheless. And Eternal Fire going to clear that bomb site. So MIBR doing a good enough job with the damage, softens up this retake for his squad. And EF going to win their 3rd round. But again, it's about consecutive round wins if you're Eternal Fire right now. That has been the elusive golden ticket to a CT success story.
They really don't like playing Arch, so this time it's like the very classic, like, old Polish Virtus.pro setup on porch where they have 3 players, and that one in the corner, one underneath, one above, one playing anti-flash, and FaZe know that they're doing this high-low setup, but don't anticipate the second 2 players after they get their first kill. And both those guys come up with a frag of their own. So because they win in the default over there, it looked like FaZe only wanted to push them back, maybe get some kills if possible, and then turn it back to B. But it just cost them too many lives in the process.
Good on Walks at getting that double kill because, you know, first frag comes out of the A site to the favor of FaZe. Catching jottAAA peeling away. Ooh, back to a banana hit perhaps. We've got a bit of tempo behind this. Kerrigan getting pelted by util. Down to 50 HP. Ooh, MIBR's gonna go swinging in and take him out of the round. In-game leader sidelined. Tons of util still getting chucked back and forth, but it's in disengage from Eternal Fire. So it seemed. Zantares sticks around a second. And that gets spotted by the boosted player in the back.
Rain's going to come back to join up with the B hit. I think that's the last of the smokes here for the CT side, unless they've got a cache on the ground. Still mollies, however. In fact, they've got 2. Both on this side of the map. Done a good job holding utility, man.
Ooh, but it gets extinguished. That's not ideal.
Yeah, second one will come in. I know that. Wildcard Pop's coming in for Eternal Fire. They're ready for this.
Will it come in? Because Santeras wants to keep the gun out, so there is no fire at their feet. Santeras peeks instead, and it is a clear of the bomb site from FaZe. That second incendiary on the guy who was in sight. Everybody else is smoked off. He's too afraid to drop it.
Yeah,
and he would have had a chance to drop it if the first one was actually burning.
Yes, or if he preempted it because it missed. But it's a retake, and you know what? Still possible. Let's see.
WOXIC is worried about this corner. Oh,
never
but they just put their heads on the same angle, and Elige blows through both.
A couple of grapes get popped.
3K for Elige. Eternal Fire. They had the tools to hold back that attack.
Yeah.
But they didn't get used correctly.
They did. And the other thing is, I think that the novelty of the smoke push is starting to wear off a little bit. Also, you've got the guy trying to push through the smoke, which is Wildcard, but he doesn't have a support flash coming in from CT spawn. He's the guy coming in from CT spawn. So they just tried to raw dog it, if you will, and FaZe were all too ready.
MIBR and Santeras MP9s on the field for Eternal Fire, but they're not here. Okay. Listen, when you're desperate, that kind of stuff starts happening. MIBR will find a 1 at least. WOXIC caught in the corner by Rain. And FaZe Clan not afraid to just follow through here into the A site with a little bit of gusto. Elige isn't falling for your tricks. Nobody in the corner, brother. Go ahead and plant. That one's yours for the taking. Eternal Fire. Again, it's the all-elusive consecutive round wins.
Definitely.
You know, and that's just going to really paint a dire picture for Eternal Fire come the second half. If FaZe Clan just keep busting up the economy, forcing them to play with pistols.
It both speaks to how good Eternal Fire is actually on Nuke, or sorry, on Anubis, but then also that FaZe have a better veto this time around.
Yes, sir. Yeah, changing up Dust2 from the decider map to the pick instead. And also, it's just good for FaZe to show us this improvement on a map like Inferno. Like you said, like this was their original pick. It's something that they had belief in when this 5 came together, when Elige joins with the FaZe jersey. And it left something to be desired. So right here today, it's an improvement. It's a T-side that puts Eternal Fire under question come the second half. Thank you. It's a little too peaceful. Eternal Fire, not as relaxed.
Can you do like a voice line?
For what?
When they come out of spawn?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Like one of the agent voice line.
Oh, we didn't get to see that. That's gross. Love that.
It's like that, eh?
Great wallbang. Haven't seen that one in a long time.
Damn. Yeah.
Nice peppering there from MIBR. Oh, Santeras has got one back himself, but blown away by the frag grenade of Elige, who's on the chase.
MIBR's done a pretty bang-up job of getting his on these B hits, but when all the dust settles, FaZe come away with top banana control, and I think still a little bit more in the way of outs.
And honestly, dude, the A players just not having a good day.
Yeah.
There's, 11 frags to MIBR, 7 to Santeras, which for Santeras standards isn't the best, but at least that's the other B play.
And these guys, they keep copy and pasting these lane setups. They hate playing Arch.
See if Kerrigan can figure this one out with the WOXIC boost in place. Trade is good from Elige. He has come through with Both kills so far this round. Rain looks to cheat out from balcony, but that's going to get clipped by Jota in pit. It's going to need to be the Elige ace. Okay. Turns on Wicadia just in case the swing comes through. Fourth round for Eternal Fire. Final round for Eternal Fire CT side. Can they, for the first time in this half, win back-to-back rounds?
That's the question. And I think that, again, I think a lot of this has to do with FaZe want banana early. MIBR is always getting his kills.
11 kills, 7 deaths, 1,100 damage. Santeras has almost as much at 1,000 damage, so clearly just getting that util in to help MIBR on the quest of holding B.
They've been specifically coming in with like a lot less banana utility. Here's a bit more, where they're actually threatening taking bottom control. But holding grenades late has opened up late round options for them, all their utility, the 2 mollies they had last time on the B site. So it's a game plan that FaZe have been trying to take advantage of. Oh, if they want to hold their grenades early, let's go into banana early. But still the kills are coming. Woxic now playing Arch. Much more of a rare sight. Oh, too early for Kerrigan. That's way too easy for Woxic.
Finn dies first.
Uh-oh.
Rain jumps down into the pit. Jota again to try to hold back. Oh, Woxic's come through, helps him out as he emerges from Moto. Another chance for Woxic, but it gets denied by Frozen. And it's fast pressure out for what's left of Eternal Fire. They're stuck beyond that smoke. They both start to charge, but Frozen's guns in hand. And they're in this site. They give him chances. Santeras right through as he climbs over top that mid-box. It's at the final hurdle that Eternal Fire do it. Back-to-back round wins on the defense.
It simply ran out of ammo right there. Frozen queued up that clutch, but it was denied in the end. Well, pretty exciting half, back and forth. I'd say it's like fairly even strength. I think FaZe got to be proud to get their 7 rounds in general. And Eternal Fire should be equally excited to be coming back a little bit, but eyes forward on the next half. You see MIBR already yapping.
Certainly feels like a half that could have been closer, and definitely a map that Eternal Fire are not out of. Hard reset here. Again, missed a chance to have a better CT side when they won pistol, didn't convert it. That could have been their 3-0 start, easily. If not for the FaZe shenanigans. So let's see if they can win a second pistol and this time actually follow through. Could be critical in this comeback. But I do think we also need kind of a bit of an uptick from some of the other players on Eternal Fire as well.
Rain tops the charts here for FaZe on CT, or on T side. On CT side, or more often, gonna see him playing pit. And I really want to know, Eternal Fire came to him A-site Anubis quite consistently. Are they going to come to him A-site in pit consistently here on this T side?
Waiting inside their bomb site with this flash out of Kerrigan. You let all of Eternal Fire stand on the doorstep of a B hit, and they've got utility for this. Double smoke Molotov, couple flashes from Woxic. There's been no disruption offered here by FaZe. It is entirely reactionary, and they lose their orange player. All 3 dead. Blink and you'll miss it. Eternal Fire takes second pistol.
Damn, they crushed right there. They cleared out every angle perfectly.
Dude.
The only thing to slow them down was that one flashbang from Kerrigan, and there was no one peeking behind it.
I mean, really the downside maybe of letting them get that close, you know, no interruption, lets them play their hand as they please.
That's one of those madness or genius positions, because sometimes your top oranges guys just gets 2 kills with the dualies, then you just can't scale at all. Sometimes your oranges guy who's taken, or sorry, Coffin's guy who's taken a headshot angle can't die, so you can't move. And then sometimes you get a round like this where, well, there's more utility coming in. But definitely their chances of retaking were basically nil. Close game gets closer.
Now this time, just convert. Just convert. Don't lose to a force buy. Don't make the same mistake you did back in that first half. Do that, the game's tied. But
Well, FaZe are trying to make up the lost ground for both their pistol losses.
Mag 7.
Mag 7.
How much does the Mag 7 cost?
1,700.
Correct.
I watched that quiz like 40 times and I still almost got it wrong.
Yeah, I was ready. Keep you on your toes. Santerra's tasked with taking over the corners towards Banana. We get this Kerrigan hold over on the half wall, drops his smoke, and tucks in along the wall. You hear the rampage that is to come with those AKs. It's enough to make a grown man nervous. But they'll respect that smoke, wait it out, and now we're down to the 45-second mark. There's still a smoke grenade for Elige, but that's the only utility left here for FaZe Clan. And, ooh, Kerrigan, good headshot on Santerra's. But that'll easily be one of the SMGs chucked away, grabbing the rifle instead. And there's a follow-through being set up here by the Eternal Fire team. Desert Eagle off the mark by Elige. His smoke doesn't stop them. And they're going to make sure that all these cubbies are clear. Bomb plant. FaZe right off their losses in Kerrigan's death. Keep that MP9 and mag for the next one and see if they can do it in the next. I heard all chat. What'd they say?
Must know.
Santerra said.
Nice shot.
Correct. Kerrigan said.
TY.
Correct. We're all the same. See ya. 7 all. All right. Both pistols, this one converted. And only a measly little SMG and shotgun floating out there for this desperate attempt of a FaZe upset in round 15. Remember earlier when you asked if this map was in Italy or America?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the truck and CT spawn over here on the right, and I think the answer is Italy. That's no Ford F-350.
It's a Ferrari?
No, it's a dinky little...
Cool car, man. What is that? Ferrari?
Charles Leclerc! Leclerc!
Leclerc!
Leclerc! Little tack timeout, huh? We want to talk this over. Why? Because it's map 3, because it's 7-7, and because the fight's about to get a little frisky.
It's about to get a little frisky.
Pull your pants up, Mohan. This one's going to get close.
Well, 4 smokes means that they're going to be chain smoking this round, okay? Talking 2 packs a day. That Cohiba.
Hit me with that Marlboro Gold. Good thing there's nothing standing on Banana. It would have just been dead to the util here for Eternal Fire, but they chuck everything out early. We've got a smoke still for Frozen, and he is a part, of course, of this 3-player setup in B. So remember, FaZe still coming through with limitations.
Oh, I thought they had 4 smokes for a second. Maybe it was only 3, and they brought one over to the A site as well. So no, not trying to. There they are. Okay.
Thank you, Jay. Ooh, Madger's going through. Oh, good flashbangs from Woxic. The fact Kerrigan and Frozen both blinded by it.
Brokey immediately going to look for the other smokes to try to delay. This gets right into that hunter position, close mid. See how they clear.
First.
Nice.
Now it's just a P2000, but it is a Liege with a sneaky little spot here. If only he had anything other than a vanilla pistol. Wicadia hits him with the spin around. Hit him with the whip. And the bomb plant with it. Wow.
Just alley-oop yourself with that.
It's for when you don't support my humor. I'll just...
You just give me a second. Oh, wow.
Why wait?
Amigo.
All right, Eternal Fire, well done. You've gotten the pistol, you converted, and now we get to see FaZe turn it up a notch with guns of their own in the next. If Brokey saves this Mag 7, surely he throws it away next round,
One
right?
day, this Mag 7 will go down.
I mean, surely he just throws it away for the next round.
I mean, it's good enough for B if you want to just keep it going, but
I don't know, Launders. I think it's a liability.
you can't just throw it on the ground, though. You got to give it to somebody. Somebody needs to take that.
Nope, they
No.
threw it in the dirt.
They wouldn't have done that with an MP9, I'll tell you that.
True.
But it's already made most of its money back, so.
Damn, okay. Here we go. Game back on. Real game. Round 16 with guns. And we don't get that instant flurry of utility coming out from Eternal Fire. They're going to play a little different pace here. It's not all the mollies and all the frags out of the gate. They'll start off with one.
They are going halls, Connor.
Balls to the halls. 4 players climb up there. Bomb is now inbound. And Brokey chucks that Mag 7 away because he's got the trusty op, and he peels away. Smoke over to the arch side. Gonna be some short pressure in just a moment. Incendiary down in front of it. That's gonna probably cool their jets for at least a second. Rain hanging on the balcony. They still try to charge through, and Wicadia's just dead with nothing. Major finally gets something going. Joda, a single kill, doubles down on Rain, and that opens up this site. If not for Joda, this round is toast. He hears that fast wrap around mid. Frozen silently encroaching from Moto, and Joda's gonna press out, but clean headshot comes out from Frozen, and FaZe Clan, thanks to Frozen, sweep them away. And that is suddenly Eternal Fire trying to slam their head through the short side despite all the utility and defenders in position.
I mean, it was a good-looking attack, but they all chipped in. I mean, Rain stayed up on the balcony this whole time. Brokey got 2 kills for himself to defend. This took attention away for Rain to take his second peek. That was really good tethering. And like A site right now is the site where like Rain plays A, but now he's playing Pit specifically, and Elijah's the new member. So this is the site that has the most differences. If Eternal Fire want to keep to their game plan of trying to take advantage of FaZe's growing pains, then it makes sense they want to go here. But that was a really hard test, and I think they passed it with flying colors. Whoa,
Damn.
walks the Guardian down to 2 HP.
Great utility damage coming out of FaZe here. Fighting for the lead. 16 rounds into the game. Kerrigan's had his hands busy, man. I didn't notice until now. He's 5 and 12. And he's going to have an important role as he continues to play on Banana, but he departs, leaving Frozen on his own for now. Contrast Kerrigan
They
to
have boiler
Major.
smoke, so they peek mid. They just saw mids clean.
They get a little more utility out of that site. Frozen puts his smoke down in front of Banana at the minute mark, so that'll fade eventually. Are there any more smokes? Doesn't look like they have that cash.
I like the way that FaZe play this. They're not overthinking it. They got a little info on mid. It's not guaranteed. It's still early, but they just cheat 3 over and assume Eternal Fire don't want to try that lane attack again. Plus, Brokey has strong vision here on mid.
Flashbangs from either Elige or Kerrigan. Frozen playing behind pillar. Oh, chases it down, re-engages for a second. And that's Elige helping out from Coffin. Kerrigan finds his 1 kill, but the defense gets cleared. It is 1 frag from each defender, puts us into the 2v2 retake, demanded of it. And all they have for this retake is that frag grenade on Rain, who also possesses the kit. This is a critical juncture here in the series. We get late into map 3. And we have Xanterras leaning back along the wall here, working with only 43 health. It's him versus Rain first, and then Wikadia stuck in the corner. Nade is placed perfectly. Rain gets traded quickly. Wikadia versus Brokey, even fight! And it's first damage Wikadia who closes out.
So well done.
Eternal Fire to the 9-8 lead.
Oh yeah, critical juncture. Going 3 for 3 on the side is a success for the T side, and you can see why. The T advantage is in that post plant. Both those spots could have gotten 2 kills, could have slowed him down. That was a very hard round for FaZe to win from that point on. They had no smoke for the defuse, no molly for pool, and Eternal Fire played their small advantages to perfection. They'll keep the lead. They win with a tempo here, having FaZe on a save. Rain is the only one who can full buy for himself. And just like in the first half, there have been a lot of bomb plants. I mean, these attacks look so good for EF. Like, over on A, again, it was a very hard round to win for FaZe. They pulled it off. And this one is, like, Elige, Frozen, Kerrigan all getting a kill, like, really getting in the mix. If any of them got 1 more kill, it's a success. And the odds are stacked against Eternal Fire a little bit. If they could see what we saw, they wouldn't have gone B, right?
Oh, no, did not look too comfortable. But Xanterras makes the difference there. Of all those players fighting out on the B site, he's the only guy to pull away a multi-frag. That multi-frag's what got the bomb down. Of course, flowers to Wikadia too, because that 1v1 clutch. Both players with an AK, both players 100 health, both players know where the other one is. Wikadia comes out on top to put Eternal Fire 1 round up. And look what comes with it. Economic woes for FaZe Clan. A few little smoke grenades here for Kerrigan to play around with on Banana, but when the fights come forward, if not on that quad stacked A site, Eternal Fire smooth sailing here at B. To hell with the smoke grenade, boys. There's nothing behind that, but they'll still play cautiously just in case.
If they take more than 30 seconds here, I mean, they're still going to only have 1 person to go through, but for at least Kerrigan still has a smoke.
And that pesky 5-7. But there goes his last smoke, and they've got an execute of their own, so looks like the stack up inside A site, not quite worth it. Eternal Fire know what they want, and they'll take it by storm. Nothing Kerrigan could do in the face of a 4-man B hit.
And they can even see the trajectory of his smoke, so they threw the molly right there for oranges. Didn't even worry about quad. God flash in, and that's it. Eternal Fire play great CS, man. They are at that stage where it's just they have to play the same on stage.
Bit of pistol pressure here. Rain, what you up to? You gonna pop up? You little weasel? Hiding in your den? Yeah. Eternal Fire 10-8. 5 players live, obviously. Just that 1-5-7, the only fight they really had to deal with. And so, me oh my. You know, I said the game felt closer than the 5 rounds they were able to post back on the defense, and maybe that was because of the whole way that Pistol force buy went FaZe's way. Now, Eternal Fire in the driver's seat. love this walk up. Something a little bit different. 3-player pack in. Oh, bunch of damage. Ooh, still though, just jiggling on the corners to perfection. And we get Brokey trying to hold it, but it's a fast kill out of Jota. Again, the trades just continue to be tethered by both teams. Flashback to that B hit mere rounds ago, but for a moment, they've got the bomb still cut off. Kerrigan doesn't take a more aggressive angle. He puts out the fire so he can, and he clears the site. Now their front runner's dead, but the trades keep coming. And as that util still held on to, there is no contest to stop the bomb plant. We got a flash for Elish and a flash for Frozen, and that's it. But Frozen's routing, Woxic firing that op shot, that gives Frozen the edge he needs. And MIBR only 13 points of health. Not ideal. Frozen swings out from the apartments, and FaZe will respond quickly, swiftly, once they've got their guns.
Yes, and the retake starts before it begins. This is another example of that. Making sure to keep the pressure on the whole way through until the point where the bomb goes down, the round's already over. This is great from the rotates here from FaZe.
Rain gets all that damage in as well. Again, just allowing the pack to get close. Those 3 players up in his grill. Softening it up so that Eternal's fire endeavor on this T side's continuously made tough. But we saw it happen back in the first side. Reset after reset after reset. And still finally those last 2 rounds got added to the tally.
This becomes one of those critical junctures again. Eternal Fire won that last clutch 1v2 by Recladia on the B site. That shot the odds for FaZe of taking this map way down. With a round like that, it springs back up a little bit. However, Xantares opens up with a 5v4. It's one of the most aggressive starts from FaZe on Banana. He's kind of been looking for that all half, actually.
Gets thrown out at a critical impasse with Katie. That is perfect. Right into the head of Brokey. You've got Rain trying to play front pit. Him and Elish to combine on the crossfire. Xantares dead first. Perfect swing out from Rain. Can the 2 players do it? In the face of all 5 Eternal Fire players, Frozen goes for the flank. Just able to shave MIBR off, and then the pit holds. Rain able to get another. FaZe Clan looking for consecutive rounds earlier than what Eternal Fire were able to put forth themselves. And that is a massive answer in a 3v5.
It's incredible. 3v5, and they have that bottom mid flank after Xantares. 20 seconds before that, got a kill on Kerrigan. They try to organize towards the A site. Elish and Rain did a fantastic job working together to get those kills. Again, baiting for each other to get those frags. And at this critical juncture, it's actually finally FaZe who win. However, Eternal Fire is still going to invest. It looks like 1 AK for now. We don't know if it'll be a full investment.
No, nothing else getting bought, I don't think. MIBR wants to be the hero. And he is the top performing player for Eternal Fire in this moment. In these all-important final 4 rounds of regulation. Look at that crossfire swing.
We're talking about a FaZe Clan who are on a 5-loss win streak on Inferno. We're extremely adamant about picking it with this new lineup in their first debut back at the Bounty. It ended in disaster. They look to improve it. They picked this map over Nuke, where they lost to Eternal Fire last time. And they're trying to prove that they can learn fast.
And all off of the back of a 5-round CT side. Eternal Fire trying to hang on for dear life. Made it look good by converting second pistol, man. Felt like they had momentum, but suddenly, FaZe have turned this upside down. As they do. 3 versus 5.
Oh, that's
great grenade
insane.
damage out of Rain as well. And it doesn't even fully open the smoke, so he gets to keep his cover. Elish just hits a zinger on MIBR over towards short side. That's the AK to change hands now in Xantares's. And he's got Kevlar still to work with. He's trying to join up with a teammate that's about to come out from Balk. Little shadow there for Elish if he sees it. Yeah, it's moving now.
Yeah.
And Elige makes sure that the headshots keep on coming. Brokey to hold off over on Arch side. FaZe Clan with conviction take the lead on this third map and have now strung 3 consecutive defensive round wins together.
Yeah, it's been a massive step up, and this is the FaZe that just don't look at the score at the top. They just play every round like it's a brand new try, a brand new what's the word? Opportunity. And that's it for FaZe. Like they look like super comfortable now. A site's looking clean. They're not scared of Eternal Fire, and we've seen some excellently executed rounds out of Eternal Fire, both on A and B. Different moments in time. Even an opening kill and a 5v3 2 rounds ago. It's not as if they're out. But now they're going for broke.
Yeah, swinging in off the flash. Kerrigan, oh, him and Elige.
What? Not a single kill.
Frozen finds one off the frag, and it is a slaughter. Eternal Fire have kept this game close up until the last 4 rounds.
What? That's got to sting. The cleanest round yet. It's the coffin flash double push just as they try to breach the smoke at top banana, countering the call from MIBR entirely, and gave them damage earlier on.
In their minds. Look at that player stuck behind barrels, blinded. He ends up being the last player left. Wicadia denied vision, denied trade frags. And the FaZe Clan players keep it up.
And it's another set piece, man. We're talking about 1 set of utility on Xantares.
MIBR limited to that Desert Eagle.
It's going to be a lot of dry. Oh, that's the whole. That's the entire kit of utility gone.
Peaks with the nades, dude. They all hit the ground barring 1. Can they scoop it up and can they recover? Brokey not going to let them get up into the brackets for free. Tidbit of hesitation here, gets the elicited utility, and jottAAA versus Rain. Rain gives up a little space, and that's going to deny him any kind of vision onto the corner where Wicadia looks to come in from, but he'll eat that flash, and Elige picks up the responsibility of short side, extending outwards, offering a bit of an opening. Brokey holds over on Arch, nails MIBR to the wall.
They have to walk peek everything now.
And it's man advantage back in here for Eternal Fire. If they can kill the pit player, then they can put this bomb down. And a bomb plant could lead them to another round win. But Brokey still here, a nuisance. As Rain keeps himself in cover, it all falls onto the shoulders of Woxic. It's a 1v3, a single kill in, and with a nade in hand, Frozen peels back for a second. This T pushing Adams now fully exposed, and FaZe will swing out for the win. 5 rounds straight to deny back-to-back best-of-3 wins for Eternal Fire. I don't think so today.
Definitely not, Scrawny. Definitely not. Hard fought there at the very end, and as we close out on this